It's popping, chat.
Around in this no shoes in our now today audio in Alabama streams and walks. Now today we've looked at Bigfoot videos, photos, and footprints. So what else are we missing? How about some audio evidence? A man walks outside late one night. He has a remote forested property in Alabama, away from all civilization. So he's startled as he listens to these strange, otherworldly screams bellowing through the forest. They almost sound like unintelligible human screams, but something seems off. And no one would be out in these woods, especially this late at night. The screams are high-pitched and then low-pitched at times. The vocal range tells us there's no way it's a human. So could it somehow be some kind of animal? If so, what kind of animal could produce such a sound? Not surprisingly, because of the eerie nature that surrounds the clip, people began diving into the supernatural realm for answers. Particularly cryptids. Because of Alabama's rich Bigfoot history, this is the theory that most agreed with. Bigfoot sightings in Alabama have a long, fascinating history, with reports stretching back for generations. The state's dense forests, swamps, and remote wilderness areas provide an ideal setting for alleged Sasquatch encounters. And many locals believe that something mysterious is lurking in the woods. In the mid-20th century, stories of a wild man or booger, a term often used in the South to describe mysterious or frightening creatures, began to surface more frequently. Rural communities in central and northern Alabama, especially around the Talladega National Forest and Bankhead National Forest, became hotspots for alleged sightings. During the 1970s and 1980s, reports of a large, hairy creature appearing near homes, campsites, and hunting cabins gained attention. Witnesses described a tall, broad-shouldered figure with glowing eyes and a terrible odor. Some even claimed to have heard eerie howls at night, sounds that didn't match known animals in the region. Sounds kind of familiar, right? Unknown howls and screams bellowing throughout the night. Whatever it is, it's clear something strange is going on in the region of Alabama, and more proof is surfacing. Now the following photo is weird. People have been sending me this one, and to me it just seems like a person in a costume, but a lot of people want me to do a segment on it, so here you go. Even though the photo is super clear and super close up, it's unknown who took it and where exactly they took it.
Yeah, that's cap.
But it looks like this one was captured indoors or something, which wouldn't make sense why a creature that wants to remain hidden would be indoors. And it appears to be holding a baby Sasquatch in its hands. Is this its child? And is it injured or deceased? Even though the creature does look rather realistic, it is highly speculated this is just someone in a costume. As I previously stated. But just for fun, let's go ahead and analyze it. It seems super tall and has a muscular build. And we can see all of its facial features. From its eyes, nose, and human-like mouth and teeth. It really does look like a human mixed with a primate. And we can see its hair thins out around its chest area and facial area, another typical trait found in Sasquatches. And the baby looks pretty similar to just a smaller and younger version of the one holding it. Even though this one is controversial, it's still a pretty good conversation piece. The following capture comes from Reddit. The uploader, not the 100, uploaded this just the other day. However, the actual encounter happened all the way back in 2018. Why he's just now deciding to share it is unknown. But anyways, he states, back in 2018, I had an encounter with a Bigfoot or Yeti. I was going to college at Grand Valley State University in Michigan. The college was surrounded by dense forest that went on for miles. He states that he and his friends would hang out and hike in those woods every single day. But this day would be different. This February day, they were hiking down these deep valleys when he, quote, stopped dead in his tracks when he was looking at the ground. He noticed huge human-like footprints embedded in the icy terrain. He states that you could tell it was something with a bipedal gait because there were no paw prints, just footprints. This would indicate against a bear or pretty much anything else that lives in Michigan, actually. The only thing it could really be is a human print. But how is it this big, and why would someone be out walking barefoot in the snowy winter weather miles back into the forest? And whatever it was, it must have been super heavy to apply enough pressure to sink a footprint in that deep and defined in the ice. The Reddit user claims they had hiked many miles back into the forest this day. And they were so far away from campus that they were literally in another county. He states, we followed the footprints as far as we could, but eventually we lost them. This frightened my friends and me, especially since we had previously felt like something was watching us in those woods. One of my friends even spotted something swinging from treetop to treetop, and obviously no monkeys live in Michigan. After the encounter, puzzled and frightened, they searched things online, and they actually found numerous reports of Bigfoot sightings in the county they were in. Definitely a very strange encounter. Did these unsuspecting college kids really find Bigfoot evidence this day? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below.
Apparently you can go from 0 to a complete site in just a single prompt with Wix Harmony. I don't know if this is going to be possible. Or Vibe.
Now this one here was posted on July 18th, 2023. A group of outdoorsmen called Buva Crew from Pennsylvania have multiple trail cams posted throughout the woods nearby. And they go hunting a lot in this area, so that's why they have them. They catch all kinds of wildlife on them, mostly deer. But this time they would capture something much different. They looked back at the trail cam photos and this is what they saw. What the heck is that creature? They have no idea what it is. As they caption the video, experts please help. The top theory about this one is that it's a juvenile Bigfoot. Considering its smaller size, it's not big enough to be an adult Sasquatch, so could this really be a young Bigfoot? Considering they live somewhere in Pennsylvania, there are no monkeys or gorillas or any types of animals like that live in the area. And it's completely covered in fur and very skinny, so it doesn't look like it could be a person. And as we take a closer look, we can really see what this being looks like. A very strange and eerie trail cam capture for sure. The following video was captured on December 13th, 2024. A Ring camera in New Jersey captured something unexplainable. This Ring camera is angled upwards, facing towards the sky. They probably had it angled like this because of all the recent drone and UAP activity, and they wanted to see if they could capture anything on it. And they did, and the footage is some of the craziest yet.
I've never seen nothing like that. Not in my lifetime. I've never seen nothing like that. Not in my lifetime.
A blue and pinkish light craft is seen hovering in the sky. As it floats closer and closer, a trail of light beams off behind it. And lights begin to flash brightly below the craft. Then one big light flashes and lights up the entire sky. Then the craft is revealed again. It's saucer-shaped, and it seems to be spinning and rotating. This could seriously be some of the clearest UFO footage ever. However, skeptics aren't satisfied and are saying that this is simply edited or AI. But it does look pretty real. The way it flashes and moves, it really looks like it's up there in the sky in real time. Even though this isn't a Bigfoot video, I figured I'd show you all. If you enjoy Bigfoot videos and unknown creature sightings, how about some unidentified flying object sightings as well? And as you know, currently New Jersey is experiencing all kinds of strange activity in their skies. From drones to UAPs to strange orbs. So let me know if you guys want more footage like this. Hell, maybe I'll even take a trip to New Jersey myself to see. Let me know if you'd like to see that. Alright, I think that's going to be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did enjoy, go ahead and smash the like buttons, mom. Let's aim for 5,000 likes.
Hey, we're going to this one, don't you?
On July 21st, deep in the forests of southeastern Oklahoma, a South American hiker began hearing strange noises while exploring late at night. Growing uneasy, he pulled out his camera and started recording. That's when he captured this. At least two large figures, towering, silent, and eerily human-like, moving between the trees. They matched classic Bigfoot descriptions: massive size, thick black fur, and glowing eyes no costume could replicate. On March 5th, 2025, two couples were hiking a small mountain clearing in Colorado, something they did regularly. But this time, something felt different. They began hearing heavy footsteps, followed by strange, unintelligible gibberish coming from the trail. Then they saw it. One of them quickly snapped a photo, later uploaded by the account Squatch Watch 1. It shows a tall, hunched figure walking just a few yards away. What caught experts' attention? The creature's arms, unusually long, reaching past its knees. Colorado isn't new to Bigfoot sightings, but could this be one of the clearest photos ever taken of the legendary creature? A man was exploring the dense woods of Monroe, Utah, when he caught something strange on camera. While hiking alone, he spotted a massive fur-covered figure in the distance, before it quickly vanished into the trees. At the time, he wasn't sure what he saw, but later, while reviewing the footage at home, he realized he had captured the entire thing. Now, was it really Bigfoot, or just someone out there dressed for attention? In May 2025, a man captured footage near Coyote Ridge in the eastern Sierras, over 10,000 feet up. While filming his dogs, something dark moved through the snow behind the trees.
Be careful.
It walked smoothly, with almost no bounce, unlike a person. That day they hadn't seen anyone around, so even though it could have been someone in a big winter coat, it didn't make sense for anyone to be out there. And why would someone be in the middle of the woods, just observing them? What do you think? Bigfoot, human, or another animal? A video from Germany, released in May 2025, shows a hairy bipedal creature walking through the woods. The exact location, date, and person who filmed it remain unknown. The creature's fur appears tight and unnatural, moving with its muscles. It shows no reaction to the filmer, who records shakily. But without any information, it might as well be fake. Or not. A Reddit user shared that his uncle, who lives on a 20 to 30 acre property in Colorado, recently sent a photo to their grandmother. The uncle claimed it might be proof of a Bigfoot sighting on their land.
Buddy, that's a
The
statue.
user isn't fully convinced, especially with so many AI-generated images floating around these days. They turned to the online community for second opinions on whether it looked real or not. Many suggested it looked very similar to a Bigfoot cutout, and I agree.
Yeah, that.
Unfortunately, this photo seems a little too good to be true.
That's literally fake.
On May 30th, 2025, a family living on a wooded property captured something downright terrifying. The footage shows a tall, ape-like figure moving quietly through the forest. Despite the low light, its features stood out. Broad shoulders and an odd, almost human-like gait. Even after brightening the video to reveal more detail, the mystery only deepened. Was it just a costume, or did they capture a real creature? This person had set up a trail camera deep in the woods, hoping to capture some ordinary wildlife. But when he picked up the camera and reviewed the footage, he was shocked by what he saw. A dark figure, upright, moving down a steep, leaf-covered slope. Its shape was unusual. Long arms swinging near the thighs, dense build, and no visible neck. Could this be one of the clearest captures of the mysterious creature? A group of hikers exploring a remote forest in the US claimed they felt watched deep into a secluded area.
VoiceMod gives you over 150 lag-free, real-time voice changers and unlimited soundboards. Whether you want to speak with a realistic
Battlefield radio voice
or clear up your comms with the voice enhancer,
Out of caution, they began filming their surroundings. Soon after, a massive ape-like creature covered in dark, orangish hair suddenly burst from the trees, forcing them to flee. Later, they managed to film the same creature retreating into the woods. Convinced it meant no harm, they followed it and captured more footage. Some people think the hair appeared natural, blending into its muscles, suggesting it might not be a costume. But I'm not sure. The video doesn't feel quite authentic, right? A trail cam owner found something strange in his footage taken deep in the woods. The figure had broad shoulders and a heavy build, sitting on the forest floor with its head lowered. Its bulky shape and posture didn't quite match any animal or human known to live in that area. The person who set up the camera swears it's Bigfoot, and honestly, the tall frame and thick outline seem to match the classic description. But skeptics think it's just someone in winter gear, or maybe a trick of the light. Still, you can't deny it looks like Bigfoot. In mid-2024, a woman from Westfield, Wisconsin received a notification from a backyard security camera. When she checked the footage, she was shocked to see this. A pale, naked, humanoid figure walking into the tree line. Its arms were unusually long, hanging past its knees. Whatever it was, it looked deeply unsettling. But here's where the doubts begin. While the footage appears to be from a home security camera, there's something off. A chair can be seen in the frame. And that raises the question, why would a security camera be placed that low and behind a chair? Could this really be authentic footage, or is it just another AI-generated image made to look real? In July 2010, a man claimed he captured something unbelievable while hiking in a remote forest. He said it was just past sunrise when he noticed movement up ahead, so he pulled out his camera and started filming. That's when the figure appeared. A tall, dark creature walking upright, carrying what looked like a smaller one in its arms. He didn't move, just kept recording, too stunned to react. Some say it's the clearest Bigfoot footage ever taken, saying its movements were oddly smooth, strangely similar to the famous Patty footage from 1967. Others say it's just another hoax. What's your take? A man hiking near Shaver Lake, California, found several large human-like footprints. They were much bigger than a normal foot, though he didn't give exact measurements. Later, while taking a photo with a fish he caught, a dark, ape-like figure appeared in the background. The figure looked tall and slim, with a cone-shaped head and dark fur. Some even believe it could be a female Bigfoot carrying an infant. Given the footprints, it could definitely be something, but the photo was too unclear to rule out other explanations.
As most of
A man
them
went
are.
hiking alone in Pend O'Reilly National Wildlife Refuge during winter, drawn back by strange tracks he had seen there in 2013. 15 inches long and barefoot. This time, deep in the snow, he found new ones.
I've seen a lot of deer and elk and some moose tracks down here, and I came across this. Hope you can see it. Those sure do look like toes to me. I see about 5, maybe 4 for sure. It's about 5 inches wide, and if that is a big toe to the heel, it's about 13.5 inches. But it looks like some impressions going that way, right towards the water's edge.
Build apps that scale. Meet Base 44.
So there it is. Won't know more until I cast it and see what kind of details come out of it, but it sure looks like a footprint.
Clear 5-toed footprints, 13.5 inches long and 5 inches wide, heading across a frozen lake. No tracks led in or out, just a straight line that disappeared into the ice. He tried
Oh,
casting with
Chad.
plaster, but the snow melted. Only photos and measurements remained. A strange clip from Australia surfaced recently, showing a boy casually starting a fire deep in the woods. A young man was filming the scene for his survival channel when something unexpected happened.
Okay.
A massive creature emerged from the trees. Instead of running, the boy threw something at it, which only provoked the figure.
Yeah,
It
that's
charged
smart.
fast and aggressive. Many online are calling it a yowie, a local cryptid, but it could also have been a person in a suit trying to scare hikers in the woods. The young man isn't quite sure what he saw, but it definitely seemed beast-like. In 2021, a strange photo surfaced from Alaska. It was reportedly taken by a 10-year-old boy
Oh.
who'd been playing just beyond his family's backyard. Alone in the woods, he spotted a tall, dark, upright figure and managed to snap a quick picture before running back home. Some believe it looks like someone in a costume. Others think it's genuine. Either way, it's scary to encounter something like that so close to home. This trail cam, set deep in the woods, captured a strange image. A large, bulky figure was seen climbing a wooded slope, covered in dark fur. Some say it's just a bear, but the posture doesn't quite match. Skeptics
That
blame
ain't no
motion
bear.
or maybe just a strange camera angle. What do you think? Was it just a bear, or did the camera capture something far more mysterious? In late October 2023, a man from the family-run TikTok account WV Paranormal was walking through the woods behind his home in the Appalachian region. That's when he noticed something downright terrifying. The footage shows a tall, upright, hairy figure standing completely still in the trees. Moments later, it slowly turns and walks
So,
off into
what's
the
going on on the
forest.
horse side?
Given the area's long history of strange sightings, this video only adds to the mystery. Cryptid researcher Philip Canella was hiking through Danesdyke, Bridlington, UK on April 26, 2025, when he captured something unusual. The photo shows what some believe could be a dogman, a tall humanoid figure with a dome-shaped head, partially obscured by a slope, only visible from the waist up. Philip estimated the creature to be between 7 and 8 feet tall. While dogman sightings are most often linked to the US, the UK has had its own share of chilling encounters. Was this one of them? A man was walking through the woods at night when he started hearing strange noises echoing around him. Feeling uneasy, he scanned the trees with his flashlight, but saw nothing out of place. Then, out of nowhere, he spotted this. No one knows who or what he captured that night. A man was hiking in the woods in Australia's outback when he saw a hunched figure walking through the trees. Thinking it was a kangaroo, he zoomed in and realized it wasn't.
It's too dark to be a kangaroo.
It was too dark, too upright, so he stopped recording and ran. For generations, locals have spoken of the Yowie, a tall, hairy, ape-like creature rooted in Aboriginal lore, said to stand up to 12 feet, emit a foul smell, and lurk deep in the bush. The man uploaded the video online, still in disbelief of what he saw. Near Bartlett, New Hampshire, a woman took her dog out for a walk in the woods behind her house. Her very large dog started acting out of character, as if he was afraid, and refused to go any further. Then the woman noticed a foul scent, almost like something dead. Suddenly she didn't feel safe anymore, so she pulled out her phone and started recording her surroundings. And that's when she caught this. Both she and her dog froze, trying to hide behind a bush.
Oh yeah, bush is well way gonna let it know you're not there.
It was the scariest thing she had ever witnessed. While hiking through the woods, this person captured something truly unbelievable. In the distance, a dark, upright figure can be seen walking through the trees. It looked massive, especially compared to the sparse trees and underbrush. Broad shoulders, long arms, a hunched neck, the exact build described in so many classic Bigfoot sightings. There was no gear, no backpack, nothing that would suggest a human out on a hike. A man was hiking in a Kentucky forest on a cold fall day in the early 2000s. As he walked along a sloped trail, he heard heavy footsteps from the other side of a hill. Suddenly, a massive creature appeared. The man ran off, snapping a photo while fleeing. It stood close to 10 feet tall, with thick legs, huge feet, and broad shoulders. The head looked oddly small for its size. Experts say Bigfoot usually stands 7 to 9 feet. This one was bigger. So, was it Bigfoot or something else? A dark figure was spotted on Google Earth near Montrose, Colorado. Found at coordinates 38 degrees, 16 minutes, 24 seconds north, 108 degrees, 8 minutes, 32 seconds west, the shape looks similar to the classic outline of a walking Sasquatch.
It
It appeared
does.
on one satellite image in 2019, but not in the others, confirming it must have been a moving figure, not just a tree. What was it? This game cam photo was recently released by its owner and shows what might be the clearest image of Bigfoot to date. The figure appears muscular, with massive shoulders, bulky arms, and a broad chest, features rarely seen in past sightings. The clarity of the image is exactly what fuels the debate. Too real for skeptics, too rare for believers to ignore.
Valorant skins are pretty expensive, but no worries my friends, there's actually a way how you can get Valorant skins completely for free.
On May 19th, 2025, a solo hiker exploring the New Jersey River captured this on camera.
It's right there above my finger, behind a tree. I can see it, barely. Look! 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 Holy shit. Right there, look. It's going up the hill.
I feel like that's a costume, because I feel like an
Though
actual
blurred, the
Bigfoot
video
would get
clearly
up that
shows a
way
two-legged
easier.
creature running, larger than a typical human. The man, a regular in those woods, had never seen anything like it before. New Jersey's wilderness, especially places like Sussex County and the Pine Barrens, has a long history of strange sightings. This one just added another eerie chapter. A farmer in Buenos Aires shared this video online, hoping people could give him answers.
¿Qué? No sé qué es un chabón.
I don't add people on Discord.
¿Qué es eso? No sé si es una persona o qué. A una persona pareciera.
Count created 14 minutes ago. Well, get a life, buddy.
Ay, boludo, qué raro.
It showed a tall, dark figure moving quickly across his field. The creature appeared to be around 8 feet tall, walking upright with long strides through the tall grass. No animals were present, and its movement didn't match any known species. Some believe it could be the Yasiatere, a lesser-known forest creature from local folklore.
What?
But this figure looked larger, more like Bigfoot. Whatever it wasn't something the farmer could identify. Back in July 2021, a couple was hiking the Lover's Lane Trail in Olympic National Park following the Salt Duck River. While admiring the view, they noticed a dark, motionless figure standing far off in the distance. It didn't move the entire time they watched, so they assumed it was just a fallen tree and moved on, but not without taking a photo first. Later, they ran that photo through a Google image search, and this is what the AI tool said. Maybe it wasn't just a tree stump after all. While hiking through a dense forest in Spain, someone captured a strange, loud growl echoing from deep within the trees. No creature was seen, and the source of the roar remains unknown. The hiker immediately left after recording, feeling very unsafe. The clip now challenges viewers to identify what made that chilling noise. Nikki went on a solo camping trip deep in the backcountry.
I'll be right back, chat.
The roads were
Alright,
damaged
we're
from
back, chat.
Hurricane Helene, but she found a remote clearing and set up camp. During a short hike before sunset, she heard knocking sounds in the woods.
I heard some knocking coming from that direction. Some kind of sound like somebody knocking on a tree.
Clickly is the fastest way to create YouTube thumbnails that actually get clicked. Instead of guessing, Clickly
But could have been a woodpecker or anything like that, I guess.
Uneasy, she returned, set up lights, and called her husband. Later, they found this.
Huge. It's a big old trap. Heard the mouth for it. Heard the yours for it. Still big.
Right here. Like you said.
Yeah. Shine your headlight down in there so we can get a better view of it. Be careful. Look up at those trees, son. That's just piles and piles of trees.
A large footprint. Creeped out by the woods, they decide to call it a night and head out first thing in the morning. Late one night near Nakusip, two women were returning from Halfway Hot Springs when they pulled over by the highway around 9:30 p.m. One stepped out briefly when a deep, echoing howl shattered the quiet. Startled, she rushed back inside the car. Moments later, a large, black, furry creature darted across the road. It moved upright on two legs, too fast and too tall to be a bear. One of them managed to snap two photos just after it crossed. They left shaken and confused, unsure of what they had just witnessed. While walking in the Pennsylvania woods with his friend Gavin, 15-year-old Lucas was hit by a sudden, awful smell. Expecting to find a dead animal, he pulled out his phone, but then he felt watched. Through the trees, he spotted a crouched ape-like figure, massive, silent, and staring directly at him. He snapped a photo, then filmed as it stood and walked away. It looked too human to be a bear and too strange to be a person. Since then, Lucas has replayed the footage over and over, still shaken. While reviewing footage from their trail camera in Connorsville, Indiana, this person was shocked by what they saw. A large figure moving through the woods at night. Was it just someone pulling a prank, or could it have truly been the mysterious creature? Because running through the forest in a full Bigfoot suit in total darkness isn't exactly easy to pull off. So what exactly did this camera capture? This recent video, captured near Kentucky Ridge Forest, has stirred the Bigfoot community. Take a look.
That's a little creepy.
According to the person who filmed it, the creature had been troubling the property for some time, but this was the first time they managed to catch it on camera. The clip ends abruptly, leaving viewers questioning its authenticity. And seriously, why are most of these Bigfoot videos always so blurry?
That
A
is
woman
so
took a
true.
shortcut through a wooded path one night on her way home. Midway through, she felt that creeping sense that someone was watching her. She pulled out her phone and started filming. As she scanned the trees, she noticed this. A pitch-black figure, partially hidden behind a tree, with glowing eyes staring back at her. She didn't wait. She turned around and left. Who or what was out there that night still remains a mystery. Duke from the Rocky Mountain Sasquatch channel was hiking through the Montana woods, the same area where they had previously recorded a grayish creature. But in this recent footage, viewers noticed something interesting. Tucked in the bushes, a figure can be seen, black or deep brown, with a domed head, no visible neck, broad shoulders, and a lighter colored face. It appeared to be resting behind a dangle of deadfall, possibly a perfect hiding spot.
Fortnite
What's
update,
chilling
yeah.
is, Duke unknowingly came very close. If this was a Bigfoot, it knew exactly how to stay hidden. Or was it just another case of pareidolia, our minds seeing shapes that aren't really there? And for more creepy sightings, this next one.
Meet Squibbler, the AI book writer that transforms your ideas into fully developed chapters. With pre-made templates for all genres, AI-powered scene creation, and enhanced visual generation.
Hello everyone, I'm Max, and today I'm here to maximize your fear. So far, 2026 has been a year filled with many strange things caught on trail cams. From weird unidentified creatures such as Bigfoots and skinwalkers to killers and to many other unexplainable phenomena. So today I decided to highlight some of the most chilling and downright horrifying creatures caught on trail cameras this year. Also stay tuned for a special and very scary nature clip at the end of this video. Trust me, you won't want to miss it. So grab your I Found Bigfoot coffee mugs and allow your fear to be maximized as we dive into the scariest trail camera clips of 2026. Alright, so there's a brand new unexplainable video going very viral on TikTok right now. It was recorded on the late evening of February 20th, 2026. A woman named Tammy arrives home at around 8 p.m. She pulls into her driveway and gets out of her car like usual, when something very unusual happens next.
The fuck is that?
The video seemingly shows a stranger with a light on their head or something approaching her from the other side of the road. They call out hello, catching Tammy off guard. Then in one swift motion, the figure switches from walking on two legs to walking on all fours. The way it walks on all fours looks natural, almost animalistic. Then it eventually jumps back up onto two legs and looks in her direction. Here is what Tammy has to say about her experience that night.
I pulled my driveway, I get out of the car, and that's when I heard the creepy, hello, just hearing it. I was like, what the? And I think why I was so calm is because I did have 2 glasses of wine. It's not AI. I don't know anything about AI. I don't like AI.
She also posted a zoomed out version for people claiming AI and claiming it's fake. She states, quote, "This is not AI. I don't know anything about AI. I don't like AI. And it's not my type of stuff that I post," end quote. There's no doubt in my mind that this is any kind of fake encounter, but the real question is, what was this? Some commenters are calling it some kind of cryptid, like maybe a shapeshifter or a skinwalker. Others take a more scientific approach, stating that it's a person just behaving very strangely. It's just such a weird encounter, and like I said, it's been getting a lot of views online, so I figured I'd share it with you guys, of course. So let me know what you all think, and let's go ahead and move on to the next clip. Here is another very scary and unexplainable doorbell camera clip. This one though may show some kind of flying creature. This one was recorded on February 1st, 2026 at 12:54 a.m. The homeowner here has multiple security cameras mounted around their house, and this strange event was caught on 2 of them. This lowers the odds of this being faked. The fact that the exact same thing was caught from 2 separate camera angles. This could almost certainly rule out any AI possibilities.
What the?
But at first, the footage appears normal, showing their quiet, snowy neighborhood late this night. Then a giant dark shadow whooshes past the screen. The shadow is huge, and it moves swiftly, way too large and fast to be anything we know of. As it flies by, it even knocks snow off the nearby streetlight, showing us that something really was there. It must have been just out of the shot, and it flew right above the houses. Some say the shadow itself could have been the creature, like maybe some kind of dark, ghostly spirit. Another thing that makes this so real is the fact that the OP, Charlene Excelsior, has never posted anything like this ever on her TikTok page. As you can see here, her videos just consist of nature and animal content. No other creepy creature videos like this one. So it seems this is a real video that was picked up on her security cameras late this night. But what do you guys think it could be? The Mothman or some kind of other flying cryptid? Or maybe even a ghost itself? Or could it somehow all be explainable? Now the following is some brand new alleged footage of the Dogman. Now once again, this video is going pretty viral, but it's also pretty controversial. Viewers are torn between this one, some saying it's 100% real and others saying it's AI. Regardless, the footage is super clear, one of the clearest clips yet. The witness was out in a forest this day, location unnamed, when all of a sudden they spotted this dark, upright creature. And since they were up higher and felt pretty safe, they pulled out their phone and decided to record this infamous creature for the world to see. Then they quickly ended their video and got out of there. Analyzing the creature itself, it certainly looks how this Dogman creature is said to. It's covered in dark fur, slightly hunched, tall, bipedal, and it appears to have the head of a canine. These Dogman creatures are said to almost look like werewolves but more animalistic, with similar body proportions as a Sasquatch. But they're said to be significantly more dangerous than Bigfoot, possessing much more aggression and territorialism. Now once again, this one is up to you guys to decide for yourselves what to believe. Is it simply artificial intelligence like skeptics are saying, or is it all way too real?
I ordered 200 hand-forged knives to my dorm room and built a Wix website to sell them.
On February 18th, 2026, a post was made, claiming new photos of the Loch Ness Monster have emerged. Now it wasn't stated exactly when
let's see this.
exactly they were released, but they seem to be pretty good captures. Check them out. We have 5 different photos here. One with just the mouth of what looks like some kind of creature sticking up out of the water.
Well,
One
that
with the
first
full
one's
body
a
of
bunch of
Nessie-style
bullcrap.
creature. One with what seems to be its body just barely breaching the water's surface. One with the whole creature sticking out of the water, which I think this one could be the most compelling. And we have some reptilian-looking figure stretching its head
That's
under the water.
fake.
It has sharp teeth sticking out from the sides of its mouth, and it has snake-like eyes. Now, if you don't know, the legend of the Loch Ness Monster centers on a mysterious creature said to inhabit Loch Ness, a long, deep freshwater lake in the Scottish Highlands near Inverness. Affectionately nicknamed Nessie, the creature is often described as having a long neck, a small head, a bulky body, and sometimes one or more humps rising above the water. Many people compare it to a prehistoric marine reptile like the plesiosaur, though there's no scientific evidence that such animals survived into modern times. Stories of strange creatures in the loch go back many centuries. One of the earliest written references dates to the 6th century, involving the Irish monk Saint Columba. According to legend, he encountered a water beast in the river Ness and commanded it to retreat. While this account is often cited as an early Nessie story, historians debate whether it refers to the same lake creature or simply reflects common folklore about dangerous water spirits. For centuries after that, occasional tales surfaced, tales of unusual sightings in and around the loch, but the legend truly exploded in the 20th century, and images and videos just like these have been coming out ever since. This newer video is absolutely terrifying. It was uploaded on February 14th, 2026, and the caption reads, "Is Jeepers Creepers real? Winged entity caught on camera. Watch as a man records and zooms in on a mysterious flying creature far away in the distance." It's some kind of gigantic winged creature flying through the sky. It is a little harder to see though because the video was filmed from so far away and they had to zoom in so far. But what the hell is this thing? What intrigued me most about this one is that the horror film Jeepers Creepers was actually inspired in part by a real-life crime case involving a Michigan killer named Dennis DePue. While the movie's winged creature is said to be mostly fictional, one of its most chilling early scenes closely mirrors something that actually happened. In 1990, Dennis DePue murdered his wife, Marilyn, after their marriage had fallen apart. After killing her, he wrapped her body in a sheet and transported it in his van. During the disposal process, two siblings, Ray and Marie Thornton, were driving on a rural road in Michigan when they saw something disturbing. They witnessed a man frantically dumping what appeared to be a body wrapped in white cloth down an embankment, close behind an abandoned schoolhouse. When the man noticed them watching, he aggressively chased their car in his van. The terrified siblings sped away and later reported what they had seen to the police. Authorities eventually discovered Marilyn DePue's body at the location. The opening sequence of Jeepers Creepers is strikingly similar to this real event. In the movie, a brother and sister driving down a remote highway witness a strange man disposing of what looks like a body wrapped in a sheet near an old church. He then chases them in a terrifying pursuit. That setup strongly resembles the Thornton siblings' real-life experience. However, beyond that roadside encounter and chase, the story diverges completely.
Do you realize how much money this will save us? What's that? I just built a budgeting app with Base 44. Look.
The film introduces a supernatural flying creature known as the Creeper, which hunts humans and replaces its own failing body parts with theirs. Some very, very eerie stuff. But anyways, could this flying creature have been something like the supernatural creature from Jeepers Creepers, but this time in real life? I don't know. There are all kinds of UFO videos that have been coming out recently, and this one comes from Los Angeles, California, taken on February 20th, 2026. The witness says, "What is this? Saw this over LA last night. Does anyone know what it is?" The woman stands there and films in awe, not knowing what these strange moving lights could be.
What's happening? What is that? Someone call Jeff.
Those are drones.
In the night sky, we see 3 separate lights, all moving around in different directions. She zooms in on the 2, and the bottom one is much brighter and larger than the one above. It seems to be a flaming ball of light, but it's moving parallel, not like a meteor or a typical rocket descent. And what happens next shows us it's not a rocket. It completely just disappears into thin air. It doesn't burn up gradually, it just blips out of reality. This is when the video ends. Now this video is leaving the witnesses and viewers scrambling. No one really has a good explanation. But LA is a spot where things like this happen often. For instance, we have the Battle of Los Angeles in 1942. Basically, unidentified aircraft were flying over LA and anti-aircraft artillery fired thousands of shells into the night, directly over Los Angeles. UFO researchers pointed to the incident as one of the earliest mass sightings of unknown objects in American airspace. No wreckage or confirmed aircraft were ever found, and the true cause remains debated. And this is honestly just scratching the surface with this city's unknown encounters over the years, and it seems like this one here is just another one to add to its catalog. And since this one is very new, I'll keep you all updated if more details emerge. Let's go ahead and take a look at a mysterious found photo.
Alright, chat, that's it for tonight. I hope you have a blessed night. God bless y'all.